Hello everyone. Today is the start of our lesson 2, and welcome to our preschool videos. So last time, do you remember we talked about that plants grow from seeds, and today we're going to talk about where those seeds come from. So here I have an apple. Now an apple is the fruit of a plant. A fruit tree called an apple tree grows and it has blossoms, and then the blossoms fall off and an apple grows, and it's really the seed pod, because inside the apple we will find the seeds. So let's look. I'm going to cut the apple in half. Well, I'm going to show you that part. So you can see those little tiny seeds peeking out right there. So I'm going to cut it one more time. Try not to cut the seeds. So you can see that seed right there. I'm going to pull it back. It's right in the core. Do you see that apple seed? Right there. You see it right there? It's black or kind of dark brown. So that apple seed came out of the middle of that apple from right there. So let's see how many more seeds we can find. Let's look in here. That was one. There's another one. You see any more in there? Okay, so that's 2. And then we're going to cut this because it's a little bit easier to get them out when it's in quarters. None in there. They're all gone into the other side. And so, how many are in there? There's 1. You see it? So tiny. And 2. 2 more from here. You can see the little place where they were. Right there, they fit right in there in the middle. So altogether, there was only 4 apple seeds in this apple. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 apple seeds. So at home, if you happen to have an apple, you can have your mom or an older brother and sister cut it open and see how many are in your apple. It probably won't be the same because every apple is different. Every apple has a different number of seeds in it. But it would be interesting to know how many were in your apple. So not all plants grow apples, right? They grow other things. And last time we talked about the different seeds, and there was pumpkin seeds. Where do the pumpkin seeds grow? Yeah, they grow inside the pumpkin. So the pumpkin is the fruit. Even though it's a vegetable, we call it the fruit. It's the thing that the plant grows that we eat. So inside the pumpkin seed, that's the great big seed pod. There's tons of seeds in there. And if we took every one of those seeds and planted them, it would make another pumpkin plant, which could grow another pumpkin or several pumpkins. Several pumpkins can be grown on one plant. We could make a ton of pumpkins just with one pumpkin and all the seeds that are inside that pod. Sometimes we see the seeds in the fruit, or in the flower. So like if you've ever seen a flower grow up and then it gets older and the leaves fall off, and sometimes there's a little pod left there right where the flower was and the seeds are inside that. Sometimes they're just contained inside the top of it. Now you've seen a dandelion, right? It blooms as a yellow flower and then it gets a little taller and the yellow flower changes and it turns into a round puffy ball, and each one of those little things on that round puffy ball is a seed, and we can go and blow those seeds all over. And another day we're going to talk about different ways that seeds travel, and that is one way they travel is through the air. So those seeds are shaped special just to be born on the air. So there's many different kinds of seeds. You remember last time we talked about the cucumber, and how if you slice the cucumber open you can see the seeds inside there. A bean pod is just a seeds in it. That's the fruit. The bean is the fruit, and we eat the bean, but we also eat the seeds inside the bean of a green bean. So that's the concept, that the seeds are found in the fruits or flowers. So if you eat any fruit or even some vegetables, think about where the seeds are. Some vegetables are different. For instance, the carrot. Let's see if I can find my carrot seed book. Here it is. Do you remember when we read this book and at the end, right before he pulls the carrot up out of the ground? So the carrot part is the root. We eat the root on that one. We don't eat the fruit. But this part is the part that grows up above the ground. And if you let it keep growing and don't pull the carrot out of the ground, these will finally get little tiny flowers on them where you get the seeds from the carrot. So again, the seed is found in the fruit or the flower. Even though we eat the root on this plant, we don't eat the fruit or the flower or the seed. All right, so next you're going to need, oh, I did want to do one thing. Have you been taking care of your plants? So I wanted to show you something really exciting. I didn't expect it, but just in 2 days, well, let's see. I planted this last week, so it's been 3 or 4 days maybe, but not 7 days. My bean already started to sprout, and I did give it a little. This is my flower one, the zinnia. No sprouts on that one yet, but we'll keep watching them and keep them in a nice warm place. They can get plenty of sun if you just keep them like in your kitchen or somewhere like that. If you put them right in the windowsill where they would get the most sun, still kind of cold. So probably not the best thing to keep them in the windowsill right now. Keep them where they can stay warm and also get plenty of light, and make sure they don't get too dry or too wet. Don't water them too much. That's always something that you really want to do is water it because it's so fun, but don't give it too much water. That's not good for the plant. All right, so I hope things are going well for you, and we're just about ready to start our second lesson on the letter X. So I will see you in the next room.